Bonsoir tout le monde. Welcome back to Tom Plays Europa Universalis 4 for absolute beginners. We are back with France. We are facing a looming disaster. I think we're about halfway to hitting it, unfortunately. And we need a religious unity of 50%. Stop it? Can we stop it? It's religious unity than 50%. Well, we can, but not very fast. So we're going to have to keep sending missionaries out. Right, okay, so in other news, seriously contemplating maybe an attack on Milan. Even with just the one ally. But also the big thing is with the colonies, really. So we've got a couple of colonial nations now. Seeing them in our subject screen. It's obviously important that we improve relations with them as much as possible. Ooh. Gain money or gain a philosopher and 15 prestige. Our prestige is very low. Let's go for the prestige. Even though we probably don't need the philosopher. But they will also colonise things themselves, and they will do it much better if they have more money. So what I'm thinking is we should start subsidising them. We will need, I think, to do that. So let's just pull a diplomat back. Because Louisiana already thinks quite highly of us. Is there anything more expensive that would give us much more religious unity, actually? I'm just thinking, like, that is a lot better, isn't it? So let's do some of these, because we need, if we can possibly get our religious unity up to 50 in time, we might be able to prevent these really annoying wars of religion. If I have that in mind, I might even increase stability. It's annoying, but and I don't think it's going to help. Alright, this is saying it needs to be stopped by 75%. I'll go any chance of that. Never mind, carry on regardless. Right, so as soon as we get this diplomat back, I'm going to look at subsidising them, which is going to depend very much on how much money we've got. We may need to push ourselves a bit. We do still have loans that we need to get rid of. But nonetheless, I would at least like to encourage Antilles to do some more colonising. Subsidies. Running a deficit while having loans. That means we're actually losing money right now. Okay, so that's not good. Why are we losing money? Our colonial maintenance is huge. We've got 4 colonies. That's a problem. Right, so that's why we have a problem here. We have 4 colonies. And I'm wondering if one of them is one of these. It is. Right, okay, so that's going to be fixed as soon as this reaches 1,000. That's fine. Basically, one of the provinces we took from the English was already a colony. Now, you can, once you start a colony with a colonist, pull the colonist out and just leave it to grow on its own. It's not as fast. And the cost of a colonist becomes exponentially higher. So each colonial maintenance is usually just +2, but because we've got 4, the next one became +4. I think the others may become even higher still. But fortunately this one's about to finish, so hopefully that will make a big difference to our funds. And it may cause this colonial nation to form. I was puzzling over why it hadn't. So that would explain it. There we go. French Colombia is a new nation, so actually I would rather subsidise them because they can do a lot of colonising, whereas Antilles, although on the other hand, Antilles only has a short period of time in which to colonise, so maybe Antilles is more important. In any case, at least we're now gaining, well, we were gaining money until a second ago. Now we're gaining money again. Can't seem to make their minds up whether we're gaining money or losing money. But hopefully we can start doing some subsidies. We probably can't afford very much, is the problem. Really hoping these centres of reformation will help boost our religious unity. If things keep getting... transformed. It's probably going to be too late though anyway. Anything we can do to make the pastors happy? I want us to convert Toulouse. The ability want Lombardy. And the bourgeoisie of London want us to improve. Want us to build a workshop. Workshop in London is going to be very valuable. I think I'm going to go for that. Even though we really want to avoid these wars of religion if we possibly can. Still. Okay, so how much money are we making each month? 116. Okay, and we still can't send subsidies due to no reason whatsoever. Great. Okay. Well, let's not worry about it. Let's start building a workshop in London. So one of the things about workshops is that they basically produce goods, and they also vastly improve the effect of manufactories. So it's often worth building them. Anyway, you're going to have a manufactory, and we're going to want to kind of pepper manufacturers about because it's going to be the starting point of an institution. But we'll see anyway. Really could do with... There we go. Right, so now we can do subsidies. So this will improve their opinion of us, but that's not actually what we care about. We're actually literally just trying to give them money. So I'm going to go for 123. Might be too much. Certainly pushing it. Might actually sacrifice some administrative power to reduce our inflation, so then we've got positive money again. So I do want to do Panama more urgently, if anything, but I'm thinking giving Antilles a bit of a boost might give them a chance to maybe colonise these islands. They may not do it, they may drop the ball on that, but it's probably the last time we'll subsidise them. Okay, right, what is next? Far too much. We've got things to do everywhere, but I am kind of thinking Milan maybe next. It's interesting, I'm not actually sure if a Lombardy thing would have matched this. The Ottomans are willing to join in on a war with Milan. It does make me wonder if a war with Austria might be more useful. But then we can't get Bohemia to join in anyway. We got the Emperor's planning to march against all Protestant states in the Empire. Right, well, I am not with the Empire. So there. half inclined to attack them now. But then now we're going to have too much to deal with these wars of religion. Might make it to 50%. Probably won't make it to anything else. Maybe it would be safer just to attack Milan. Under the circumstances. I don't feel like we're going to need our other army over here for that, whereas Austria, I'd probably want to bring both armies across. What I might do though is swap generals, because the general in Great Britain is better. So let's give you the less good general, and we and the Ottomans are just going to attack Milan. Okay, let's go. Obviously a little upset that Bohemia is joining in on the other side. Which I think they have. But not a lot we can do. I'm just hoping that the Ottomans will be enough to deal with that. I think those are still ones we don't want to core. That's fine. Converted Paris. Let's take this castle before I worry about those people. Okay, so we can at least get to 50% unity. Go for a crusade against the Ottomans. That could cause us some problems, to be fair. But I don't think it's going to be enough, and 75% religious unity is just out of reach. As in, really out of reach. So not a lot we can do, really. Grief. Army made progress pretty quickly. Okay, we're not happy that the king has converted. I am going to say that Catholicism has no place in France. Am I? I think so, yeah. We've got very much anti-pope, so I'm guessing these are the wars of religion that have actually started. Which is unfortunate. Building this nation for now, which means I probably want to actually send the boats over to Africa, while we're moving a little slower in making our claims. Okay. Right, yeah, we still don't want those cores, that's fine. We're just building a workshop, that's also fine. Okay. Okay. Not going to worry for now. We should do something. We should definitely help our traders. We're a trading nation. Okay, so we're basically stuck sieging a castle now and hoping the Ottomans are going to be able to deal with Bohemia. Oh, no we're not. We finished that estate. Just made London a bit more powerful. Won the siege. Had an area converted to Protestantism, which is fantastic. Milan has a whole bunch of castles that we need to siege again. So we can take Pavia and then start the siege. Surprised how many castles they've got, really. In a lot of ways, the big fight is going to be with Bohemia. So I'm hoping the Ottomans have got the power to deal with them themselves. They're certainly doing a very good job. Mostly just leaving us to siege the castles, which is much appreciated. Obviously, if anyone takes the Pope up on his crusade against the Ottomans, we will get dragged into that. But can't be helped. Okay, so what's this? So we can contain it to Paris, or we can let it spread throughout France. I'm going to try and contain it for now. I can't believe we're fighting a war in the middle of a wars of religion. Never mind, I didn't think it'd kick off quite this fast, but this is why I didn't want to fight Austria at least. Okay. Well, I don't think there's as much hurry now with missionaries, but we probably do want to keep it going. Religious unity at least 90%, I see. Okay. Understood. We'll just keep going and we'll have to just keep a lid on it. I think, yes, we should. Yep, I'm going to go full Protestant. Let's just speed things up for now. Peace, Frankfurt, that's fine. I can accept that. Really just out for Milan this time. Another conversion, that's good. Keep going. Some uprisings coming, no doubt related. Not much we can do though. Don't want to leave this castle. Get really lucky, then some of the enemy armies might just wander into them. Don't actually want to get that because I'd like to finish off the idea group first. Plus we might need to call some provinces depending. Okay. Oh, Bohemia, yes please. Definitely want a peace with Bohemia. That will severely hamper the enemy. Okay, so we've got a new colony. So basically, they're all in the same place. There's nothing to worry about, but we either unite them to get a colony faster, or we allow them both to go and get more tax. I would unite them, because we want our colonies to finish as fast as possible. Okay, this looks promising. I think the basically freed up by Bohemia making peace. So we can probably go and take out these zealots as soon as this is done with. I don't really want to leave. Okay, tariffs on fur. Right, this is interesting. We will get these every so often. I normally, in the interests of being on really good terms with the colonies, I normally tax it the first time it comes up and then leave it be the rest of the time. You still gain some monarch points, so it's not bad. But we can definitely safely tax it at least once. So just taxed French Louisiana. Makes them a little more profitable. Okay, we've got a couple of colonies finished, which is great. So, going to just move you across, make a new one. I'd like to go that way, but we need... it's got the fog over it, Terra Incognita, so we would need a conquistador in order to go in there. So for now, because we're kind of busy, I think I won't. Similar issue here, with the difference that I actually want to move up the coast. So I'm going to send a colonist there. Maybe we can take this colony from Great Britain next time we fight them. Finally won that siege, so I'm going to instantly move over here because I want this land. In an ideal world, we would force Milan to become our vassals and get what we were going for all those years ago. However, I'm guessing we probably won't be able to because they're too big, in which case we'll probably just take these 3 provinces. They're not actually part of the Empire. And no. Not with Milan, sorry. No, not until this reaches at least 99. Might be willing to make peace with other people, but not Milan. Augsburg, okay. That's fine. So I think the Ottomans are probably going to finish the job for us. Which is very much appreciated. Hoping our army's up to this. At least they're on a castle, which belongs to us, and we do have a better general. So we should be fine, really. There we go. I suppose we've had in mind we could actually come back and attack this castle ourselves. We can finish expansion ideas, which is good. I think that should give us access to colonial expansion as well, which is a policy here that we really, really need. And we've also got a free military one. Not sure it's the best one, but it's free. I think we need both of these. They both increase our settler chance and global settler increase, so we definitely want both of those. So we will now be losing a diplomatic point per month, but it's worth it for the colonies. So yeah, it's fine. We just really need to work on our colonies. What have we got? Congo of Congo. Monopoly on the slave trade. Well, I don't like it, but it's definitely going to help us in terms of money. So I'm going to do it. We will be abolishing slavery as soon as we possibly can. However, but the time we mostly need money is now. So I'm going to move the army up there. And get that colony built. So who else is still on their side? Corsica and Trent. Okay. Well, up to them. Let's just finish taking this castle. Getting some good random events here. Very appreciated. Okay, global trade has hit. And we haven't been the start of it, unfortunately. They're actually offering... oh, they're offering to give us the things we were after, which is nice, but I'd still like to see if it's possible to get more. Oh, brilliant. We've got an option to repay a loan. That is appreciated. Please return the land. Please don't rise up, but if you are going to rise up, I will just go and put you down. Okay. We've done our siege. Now, one thing I was going to say is that if we did manage to vassalize them, it's very important not to have our army here because they would have no access back to France. But as it is, I'm pulling out of there anyway. We've already got 99% war score. Might be able to get 100 if that was taken, but let's just see if there's anything we can do first. So we clear the offer. We can make Trent a vassal of France, but not Milan. So that, there's no possibility of getting Milan. Fair enough, so they can give us money and free provinces. I'll just accept that, I think. Oh, can they transfer trade power? They can. So this option basically means that they will start trying to move trade towards us for a while. So it should just make us a bit richer, which would be appreciated. Let's start coring provinces. But yep, the war is over, which is good. We can now get back to worrying about these wars of religion. Looks like Provence has once again been a really good ally and stepped in to fight our noble rebels for us. Good, because we now have Gascon separatists to worry about. At least they're next to a fort. So it looks like Provence is taking that province back for us, which is, again, very much appreciated. Heretics in Devon. Okay. Pentecostal heretics. Different form of Protestantism, just for flavour. Fair enough. Okay, we probably do want this technology now. Flintlock musket. It's fine. Put us nicely ahead of other people in terms of technology. So I think we need to get this to 90 now. But we'll keep at it. Back to Paris for now. Won the Battle of Devon. Alerts shifting all over the place so that I can't view them. Saxony and Lüneburg. Keep kind of hoping that one day Provence might not have an heir. But no such luck. Never mind. We've made some inroads into Milan at least. Actually stand now. Right, we've lost our alliance with Bohemia, unfortunately. So maybe we should start trying to mend fences with them. After all, it was them that went to war with us, not vice versa. Okay, Marie Crew. Right, can we afford her? 50% cheaper. How are we for money now? We're bad. We're very, very bad. But we are still coring provinces, so I might try to move to her anyway. So we definitely do need admin power. And for one thing, more admin power might allow us to reduce inflation. Should be something. Okay. We've paid off our last loan, although it might be short-lived. I don't think I'd honestly dare mothball our forts right now. Ooh. Edward V. helping them revolt. That's greatly not appreciated, Your Majesty. Not going to do you any good anyway. Okay. Right, how are we doing? We're losing a ton of money. So, probably partly because we're still coring. Let's not panic just yet. This is always going to be expensive. Who's disloyal? No ability. Fair enough. John the 4th of Brabant. Okay. Yeah, let's put that one on to one side for a bit. I'm gonna send you back to Paris. It's fine, so this is a colony that we actually chose to increase the size of before. I'm just going to keep them going. It's a former colonial nation here if possible. Let's see, Spain has started here as well. We're going to find this. I mean, Spain is basically going to be able to outpace us. What they may not be able to do is outpace us militarily. So at some point we'll be able to come to blows with them. I haven't rivaled them yet because I don't really have enough allies, and they haven't tried to drag us into war. I'll regret it if they do try and drag us into war, because we'll lose prestige for saying no. 64%. I think we're getting there actually. This is looking a bit more possible than I thought. Trying to get used to a world in which Bohemia and Brandenburg remain Catholic. Well, Brandenburg mainly, of course. Okay, right. Hopefully, our money will start to improve. Unrest now is what it amounts to. Still a centre of Reformation is also converting places to Protestant, so that's good. We should possibly start trying to do it more tactically actually, like not bothering to convert anywhere that's close to the centre of Reformation, which is here. So that's a Protestant one. It's like Artois, there's no point us trying to convert Artois. Should probably focus down here, really. That would certainly make more sense. Okay, brilliant. Where are we now? Okay, we're getting there. Assassination of King Henry II. Oh my goodness. Okay. I did not expect that. Okay, apparently we briefly had a personal union, but because it was that event, we have a new king anyway, so we're actually fine. But we do need more rivals, so Austria would be a very good rival. Might declare Spain as a rival now. Don't want to attack them, but we'll declare them as a rival. Yes, this is part of Lombardy. Maybe we should have gone with the nobles. Still, we desperately needed money. And we are making money now, so that's good. Because I think that's going to be our main concern. Along with, obviously, converting as many provinces as we possibly can. Get these wars of religion done with. But in the meantime, I'm thinking we should be making trade ships. Try and improve our funding. Unfortunately, I guess we're now, because we're now ruled by the Bourbons, we're even further away from ever having a personal union over Provence. Oh yeah, Philippe de Valois. It's a shame. If we'd been incredibly lucky, we could have had a personal union over Spain. Never mind, really would have ruled the world then. Not to worry. We will manage. Okay, so what down here? Got another one. Corsica. Well, I must say I'm terrified. They're not bigger than the Corsican army. I suppose they're just funding them and things, aren't they? Alright, I'm not sure where everything is. Oh, there we go. There's Labour. Let's go with them. They're a long way from the centre of Reformation. At least. Thankfully it shouldn't have had too much effect. Really? Great Britain is big enough to be our rival, is it? Okay, suits me. Nothing else will eclipse them easily. Right, let's remake our alliance with Bohemia, because they were generally good allies, and didn't realise we'd lost our alliance with Provence, so let's remake that. Tempting though it is not to. I'm a little concerned about us not having allies. What about the Ottomans? Did we lose our alliance with them? We did. Right, we definitely want that back as well. Okay, there we go. It's a bit better. So, got Scotland. In fact, we've lost our alliance with Scotland too. Let's do Scotland as well. Okay. Got 4 allies. Ottomans, Scotland, Provence and Bohemia, as we had before. Might be worth doing some royal marriages as well. Do we have an heir yet? We do. Still, wouldn't hurt. Now we can finally start working on our administration. Speaking of, where did global trade arise? Quite a way away. The Ottomans get it? No. Oh, here it is. Genoa. That makes sense. That does actually make sense. They are a great trading nation. It does also mean, in theory, if we were to attack them... Feels a bit mean, but, you know... Centre of global trade... Definitely tempting. Maybe we shouldn't. Never mind. Wouldn't hurt to have some claims, seeing as we share a border with them now. Pleased to see we got a castle, actually. Anyway, more importantly, when it comes to global trade, we need to make some more ships. So we've now got early frigates, which are better ships anyway. I think we should heed this advice, even though it means we're going to urgently need to boost our stability. And we don't have a power, so maybe that was actually a really bad idea. Never mind. Not like our stability is very good anyway. No, not happy with that at all. Not having a bit of order around here. Okay, apparently we actually have another nation there. Do we have any way of getting across? We don't. We need the boats. We're not at war, so that shouldn't be a huge problem. If I can remember where I left them. Probably in Africa. How close is that to being done? That is far too close to being done. Right, so we're going to need to move them out because there's nowhere for them to go. Which is fine, in fact. Okay. There it is. There it goes. So, on the way back, we will drop you off. And we'll start colonising the Gold Coast. That should give us good control over this trade node. We're also making a state, and we are actually going to want to core it. So once. Actually, we never cored here either. Only we can't. Oh, of course, we need to boost stability, don't we? Before we do anything else. Okay. Good point. I need to stop coring states and boost stability instead. Any handy events that might allow us to gain admin power would be much appreciated. Yeah, at this point. So yeah, the Wars of Religion, I didn't really go into it much, but it's an example of a disaster, which generally... Oh nice, yes please, I'd love to have a claim. Generally you want to avoid them like the plague. So, of course we did not manage to do that. In general, oh, we got a cool diplomat, that's fine. We've gained a casus belli on Spain. Just for this province, isn't it? It's funny really, because normally, playing as France, I'm very anxious to take all these provinces from Spain and punch our way through to Portugal, but on this occasion, there's no need. So attacks on Portugal may be more related to down here, really. But anyway, let's move that army across, and we'll start this army heading up to provide transport in the set isles. So what do we actually need to do this? 126. Okay. So this is why we're getting so many uprisings, because our stability is incredibly low. So we do need to fix that. You should never have negative stability. We should also be embargoing all of our rivals. So your arrival, we can't embargo them because we have a truce, fair enough. We can embargo Great Britain though. And do we have an embargo on Austria already? I don't think we do. They are actually still our rival, aren't they? Yes. We must have lost them at one point, but it will help our power projection a bit, which isn't particularly high right now. So worth doing. Easily forgotten and definitely worth doing. Hopefully the castle will have sorted that anyway. Just as well. We're going to need to go here. Happy to have a royal marriage. Trade ships. Oh, definitely need to slow down. Okay. Yep. Right, not even going to get time to recover. We'll build some more early frigates. So that should give us... Oh, let's go up to 7. Gives us a fleet of 7 trade ships, which I think I might send to the Ivory Coast this time. That will also be important. Speaking of which, I'm wondering whether we should move our trader out of Bordeaux. Simply on the grounds that... Hold that thought. Simply on the grounds that we have so much trade power in Bordeaux already. I think realistically, before I do anything, we're going to have to do this stability. Nearly there. Fine, that's fairly normal. So these are all the negatives we're getting from our stability right now. They're not good. I wonder if it's slowed the missionary down as well, because we haven't heard anything back from them for a while. Okay, so now we're in the middle, so there's nothing there. We might want to boost that again. What is machinery doing? Oh, well, it's certainly working now. Maybe they were working anyway. Okay, brilliant. And then once we've got this fleet of 7, we will send them off. Diplomatic reputation, not a bad thing. We're gaining money as well, which is also good. Much appreciated. What about agendas? What do you guys think we should be doing? Pastors want us to invest in prosperity. Nobility are interested in Yorkshire. I have to admit I am also interested in Yorkshire, although we do have rather a lot going on. Whereas the bourgeoisie are talking about settlements. Maybe we should go for that. rather than being pushed into a war that we may not be in a position for. So I'm fairly sure we're talking the area around here. So we might achieve more by just subsidising French Colombia. So I'm going to give them quite a subsidy. I know it's a lot, but I'm hoping it will allow them to start colonising and save us the bother. Yep, I'd love to spend some money just after I've spent a load of money. Never mind. Right, so where else do we have? Okay. That's quite a long way away. So that's fine. Some reform, which isn't really helpful with religious unity, but nonetheless. And we can now call that province, which is good. The rest are ones that our nations will do for us. And we're finally almost there with trade ships. That one held up because of issues. Oldenburg. Now, why would we want an alliance with Oldenburg particularly? Not saying we don't, but are they not probably a bit small? Bohemia rivaling Brandenburg, Denmark and Pomerania, so we're probably going to struggle to get Brandenburg on board, since they seem to be rivaling a lot of us. Can't we make friends with Denmark, maybe? Don't like Bohemia. Okay, we may want to fight Norway at some point, admittedly. So basically we started getting offers because we're 2 diplomatic relations down. Might have the option of vassalising Benin, actually. About up here, is there anyone we could vassalise up here? So Congo, we're already on fairly good relations with in theory. And Dongo we could actually vassalise now. Oh, we do strongly dislike Congo, unfortunately. So the question is, could we ever get our relations up to plus 190? Could try though, couldn't we? I mean, we might get dragged into a war with Congo, but then we probably do want to fight them at some point anyway. I suppose we might lose our monopoly on slaves, but then I want to abolish slavery anyway, so not that concerned, really. Okay, let's move our army across. There's a problem with potentially getting blocked in. You wouldn't think it was possible for Canada to be blocked in, but the fact is that there are a few nations in the way, and there are a lot of areas that are kind of at the sea, so, and there are a huge pile of lands on the inside. We could also go that way, thinking about it, but yeah, I'd love to get this nation on its feet, so hopefully they can make progress now, and I can not worry so much about having a ship up there. Okay, so there's those separatists, that's fine. Spain, of course. Corsica, part of the Empire, of course. Flanders is also part of the Empire, as is Holland. Okay. Burgundy, part of the empire. Yeah. Not winning there. Never mind. So anyway, got another attempt to vassalize someone, the Dongo. So we'll just see how that goes. And I think that probably is going to be it. I'm just going to send the ships out on a mission. And I was actually thinking the Ivory Coast, personally. And it will make a profit. They're claiming we'll make bigger profits elsewhere, but I think as our colonies grow there, the benefit of this will increase. So I'm going to stick with that decision for now. I see Spain are deliberately boxing us in to stop us from colonising. It's not going to work in the slightest because we can go all around these areas instead. And as soon as it's a colonial nation, being boxed in is going to be their problem, not ours. So I'm not too concerned. So you see we have some colonies going now. I think just the one, unfortunately, considering how much we've put into them, but nonetheless they've at least started building one colony in their own right. It's appreciated. So as they're going to become more powerful, let's improve relations as well, just for good measure. And it will also help when we have our next war with Great Britain, because they will hopefully have a bigger army. This will be a lot more use. Fanatics must be stopped. Couldn't agree more. So yeah, with that, wars of religion ongoing, unfortunately, but making progress. And have got some new trade ships out there. I'm probably going to build some more, because we really can't have enough money until we've got +3 advisors across the board, subsidising all of our colonies and all sorts. We just, at the moment, we cannot have enough money. So I'm thinking trade ships, trade ships, trade ships, until we get at least close to our naval limit, and we'll worry about having good navies after that. So yeah, but anyway, I'm going to stop there for now, and we will hopefully finish the Wars of Religion next time. Thank you for watching. I'll see you then.